Crypto Takeover here, coming back with another Bitcoin analysis video for y'all. Bitcoin making a move back to the upside, currently sitting at that 9,300 area. Could we be coming back up to retest that 9,400 area? Looks like we could be coming to retest a trend line resistance area right at about 9,400. So let's dive on into the charts, see what might be going on. And if that sounds interesting, stick around. Alright, so if y'all are brand new to the channel, we use the Market Cipher Indicator by CryptoFace alongside with the TI Sequential by ToneVase and the Market Guide buy and sell signals. So y'all can check out some of the links in the description box if y'all want to pick up some of these paid for indicators. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get started on the chart reading here. We're currently seeing a nice big move to the upside here by Bitcoin. So retesting the 9,300 area, and it looks like we could maybe even go back up to that 9,400. Let's see what some of the higher time frame charts might be telling us. But obviously you can see we're sitting above our VWAP. We had our VWAP reset here, and we just continued up for the day. So does definitely looks like the bulls do have control as of right now. Hopefully everyone had a good 4th of July weekend. We weren't too sure what kind of fireworks to be expecting, but it does look like we are getting some fireworks to the upside here right now. So definitely possibly could be a bull trap, but we'll have to wait and see exactly how this wants to play out. I think it's still a little bit too early to tell how this week is going to finish out, but definitely looks like we had some buyers come in here and push this market up just a tad bit more. So we can see here that we're starting to get these bullish EMA crosses as well. 30-minute time frame, the green money flow is also moving to the upside here. We are seeing a red dot now on our 30-minute, but this could continue up just for a little bit longer, I think. Maybe continuing to go sideways or have one more leg to the upside possibly too as well. Let's go into our 45-minute time frame. 45-minute time frame, we are seeing a red dot here on our 45-minute as well, but we're still feeling pretty bullish. I would say that if we start to move back down below our 13 EMA, the pink EMA, then that would definitely be a little bit more on a bearish sign for us. You can see here that we're starting to get a perfect 9 on the TI sequential, and also the aggressive 13s to the downside too as well. So definitely just something to take note of here. It could be a topping out for us, but we'll have to wait and see exactly how this wants to play out. Going on into our 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame. Also, we have a green dot up here on our Cipher B pattern. Then also not a very thick green money flow, but that could continue to rise, or we continue to round off here on our 1 hour time frame too as well. So I did want to kind of move back here. So this would have been a nice little play from our 15-minute and moving up into that green money flow. So just a heads up on there, that would have been a very nice scalping opportunity there to get in a long position. But we can also see that we're still making some moves up here. Our 1 hour still currently riding above our key EMA there too as well. It's going on into our 90-minute time frame. 90-minute time frame does kind of look like we might be topping out here relatively soon with maybe a red dot that wants to be put in. We'll have to wait and see, but then we can also see how this our red money flow is also moving into our greenish area, which would probably give a little bit more of a push to the upside as well. So we could have a red dot and then maybe have a Christmas tree pattern up here moving forward as well too. Going on into our 2 hour time frame, let's go ahead and turn off Cipher SR as well too, and we'll come right back to the charts here. I do want to let y'all know that we are running the 35% off special for the trading group on the Patreon page. So make sure that y'all go get signed up for that. Once y'all get signed up, make sure that you send me your Discord username so that I can give you permissions to access the private categories inside of the Discord server. And then you can also see all the different perks and rewards that you'll get when you join the trading group too as well. We have a bunch of different things that we offer. We have about 15 different private videos inside of the Patreon page that I would definitely tell you to get familiar with. And if you're curious about how I set up my charts, we have videos in there explaining how we set up the charts and a few other things as well too. So highly encourage y'all to come check it out. First link in the description box below. You can get access to the 35% off special. I more than likely will be closing this off relatively soon. Usually I just leave it open for the first week of the month, and then I'll end up closing it, and then it'll be back at full price. So just a heads up on that. If y'all want to go ahead and get signed up, make sure that y'all do before I end up closing the 35% off special. And then also we have our YouTube membership page. If y'all are interested in that, feel free to sign up for it. It is a little bit cheaper than the Patreon trading group page. And basically in here you'll get access to all my private videos that I put out, but you won't actually have access to the trading group. So whenever I release private videos, it's usually about altcoins, or sometimes I'll do it about Bitcoin. It just depends. But here lately I've been doing some private videos on Bitcoin just because I've been really busy and I haven't been able to put public videos out here lately. But if y'all want to sign up for this, then y'all will still get access to all of the private videos that I put out as well. And then don't forget, y'all, we're on our way to 3,000 subs. I'm super excited, super happy, and I am very grateful for everyone that's been on the channel, supporting the channel as well too in the past couple of months, and seeing the channel growth. We're doing a $100 giveaway in one of our favorite altcoins whenever we reach to 3,000 subs. So make sure that you get signed up for the newsletter. This is the only way to qualify for the giveaway. And basically, if you win, I'll give you a message on Discord or send you an email, and I can get your addresses to send you that altcoin money. All right. So make sure y'all check that out. I think it's the third link in the description box. And let's get back into the charts here real quick. So we're looking at the 2-hour time frame. We did have a 9 here to the downside on the TI sequential. We can also see that maybe we're getting ready to put in a red dot relatively soon. Money flow is still kind of moving down here on our 2-hour, so that's something to also kind of take note of as well. I mean, this was just kind of probably more or less a move to kind of just wick out a bunch of people. And it happens. But we're still going to move on into our higher time frames and just be ready for whatever might want to happen here moving forward. So let's go on into our 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame. We're starting to see a buy signal here on our 4-hour. It does look like it has confirmed. We're also seeing the money flow kind of move up to the upside here as well too. We're getting the bullish count on our TI sequential. We're getting the bullish crosses. Did we get a bullish cross on our 2-hour? We did get a bullish cross on our 2-hour. So if we get a bullish cross on our 4-hour, then we're just going to need to keep an eye out here, because then once those cross, usually it means that we could have some support for us to continue up higher. So we're looking maybe at about 9100 area as current support for us moving forward. I definitely think that we could be trending out a little bit more sideways here in this choppiness pattern before we decide on a clear direction. So I think what I would rather do is just kind of stay out of the market right now, wait for things to settle. It does look like we are having some nice little wicks to the upside and downside as of right now. So I'd probably just want to stay out of it and not try and scalp this, wait for the big 1,000 to 2,000 point move to occur, which I still believe will occur relatively into the future. But we're just going to have to be very patient with it as of right now, and wait for that time to come to us. So 4-hour chart, still looking like maybe we want to have another push to the upside here. As we start to zoom out, we can see that our money flow was kind of in the red. It does look like we were trying to push back up into that greenish area. So we'll have to keep an eye on this and see what's going to happen. Let's go on into our 6-hour time frame. 6-hour time frame. If we start to zoom out here, we can still see that we're still maybe putting in a lower high with our money flow. This could just be another retest of our 0 pivot point with our money flow, and then we could continue back down a little bit further. So we'll have to wait to see. It does look like we are putting in a higher high here. Maybe the next move will put us back into that green money flow. It does look like we have a little bit more room to the upside here on our 6-hour with our Cypher B telling us that the momentum is still trying to carry us up there just a little bit. So let's go on into our 8-hour time frame. We did have an aggressive 13 to the upside here. I guess that would have been a relatively nice move to play if you were to take a long position there too as well. Going on into our 8-hour time frame. 8-hour time frame kind of telling us Our blue waves also telling us, hey, we still have a little bit more room to the upside here. But overall, we can see that we are still putting in, even on our 8 hour, we can see here from our 10K top out, or our 10.5K top out area, that we're kind of in this trend line here that's just kind of holding us down. So this is going to be a nice little trend line for us to keep an eye out on, and whether or not we break above that will give us a nice indication of whether or not we'll continue bullish probably. But it does look like even on our 8 hour, we're seeing this money flow kind of round off, maybe putting in a lower high if we do clip back up into that greenish area. As you can see here, we've clipped back up into the green, moved red, and now it looks like we are moving into that green once again. So just something to take note of as of right now. It does look like the markets are being a little bit indecisive, but I think that we're still gearing up for something major to occur relatively soon. And so I will not I will be keeping my eyes peeled on the move when it is to occur, and I'll be keeping my trading members up to date on what I think is going to happen when that move is to occur. So we have a few other key indicators that might be telling us that there's going to be a relatively big move. I know our volatility, our historical volatility index is at an all-time low right now too as well. And usually when that is at an all-time low, we like to see a really big move coming relatively soon. So keeping an eye on this, and also making sure that we stay safe as possible and not try to risk everything. But we do what we can, and from there we take the direction that the market wants to move. So looking at our 12-hour time frame here, we're starting to maybe get that extra bullish cross here on the 12-hour, but that could be relatively short-lived. Usually we'd like to see a nice little substantial pump back to the upside. And then I did want to look at the 21-hour. Let's see what's going on here. So the 21-hour also giving us kind of a little bit of a fake out as well. We did get a bearish cross, but it does look like we are trying to make another bullish cross, and I think it could be short-lived. It just could be a little relief pump rally, then to send us back down into the abyss. Maybe we'll have to see what happens. Let's going on into our 21-hour now. 21-hour also kind of telling us, hey, we had that bearish cross. Now it looks like we had this nice big candle wick to the upside here. Getting all the stops and everything like that too. 93.50 is where we pretty much pumped up to, so had a nice little pump and wick action to the upside there. But as you can see here, money flow is also kind of rounding off just a tad bit, pushing us back down to hold us probably underneath that 9,500 area if anything. But we're gonna have to wait to see how this wants to occur. The 21-hour, these jagged blue waves are not fun to play with, and that's kind of looks like what we're getting is a bunch of jagged Christmas tree pattern blue waves here that will probably be detrimental to a lot of people that are trying to scalp trade this or set up their trades. And so you just need to be really careful because Bitcoin's just been trending in this sideways pattern for the longest time here. So we will have to just kind of keep an eye out on things and see how they want to play out for us too in the near term future. So let's go on into our daily time frame. And I did want to let y'all know that the Discord server is available to the public. So if y'all want to join the Discord server, you can find that link in the description box below. You'll be brought to a welcome page. On that welcome page, just make sure that you read through the community rules and guidelines. Once you read through the community rules and guidelines, you can click the little green checkbox, and then you'll have access to the Discord server. So make sure that y'all read through those community rules and guidelines before y'all enter. And then also we have the Crypto Takeover Telegram channel, which is basically a way that you can stay up to date with me and things that I have going on with the channel, and if I'm running any specials, or maybe I'll throw in some things that I see on the charts there too, and I'll let y'all know when those are available. It's just public announcements basically, if anything. So let's see, did we get a sell signal or something signal for us? Oh, but that was just because I logged into TradingView here. Okay, so we are using the premium plan on TradingView, which allows you to use a few more indicators on the screen. I show my Patreon members actually how to get these plans for 50 to 60% off. So there's a nice little tip and trick that y'all can use, and I show y'all how to do that. If you're using Market Cipher, I would at least recommend that you use the Pro Plus plan. It allows you to have a few more indicators on the screen alongside with Market Cipher. And some key indicators that I would recommend using are the Aldo EMAs alongside with the Wells buy and sell signals. And these are custom indicators I teach you how to set up. The Wells buy and sell signal has a custom parameter built that I put in with it as well too, and I can show you how to set that up inside of the Patreon page. And then the Aldo EMAs is a custom EMAs indicator that basically includes all of your EMAs all in one package. So that way you don't have to have these as a bunch of indicators on the side of your screen. You can just program them all into one indicator. So I actually give y'all the code inside of the Patreon page for that as well too. Looking at our 1 day here, our 1 day is also kind of telling us that we were going to have the squeeze. The squeeze actually pushed up. It broke bullish, which can happen sometimes. I know that our blue wave down here was just giving us crazy Christmas tree patterns as well. But one thing that we have not gotten, even on our 6 hour, depending on how bearish y'all are, we haven't really gotten our big green dots yet from our 6 hour all the way up into our 12 and our daily. We haven't gotten any big green dots yet, so I honestly think that this is probably just a nice little fake out rally, but we'll have to wait and see. Our money flow is still moving down here on our daily, and we're still getting this Christmas tree pattern down here as well. I think that we probably could get a red dot relatively soon, and then that would send us back down to maybe retest this 100 EMA. So we'll have to wait to see exactly how this wants to play out. But if we do break up above our 13 EMA and hold that as support, then we might need to start considering the other direction. But as you can see here, when we've started to dip below the 13 EMA, we've pushed back above it, but we haven't really held support. So we'll have to wait and see exactly if we're going to hold support above it or not, and then maybe take a direction from there. So let's go on into our 2 day time frame. 2 day time frame, nice little Darth Maul wick here to be established. So we're also seeing the money flow kind of round off just a tad bit here. We did get a nice little push to the upside, so that's definitely different, but this could be short-lived and we could continue back down further. It does look like we are getting a green dot on our 2 hour, on our 2 day actually here relatively soon. We are seeing that first sign of a bullish count with the 1 on the TI sequential. And then as we go into our 3 day time frame, 3 day time frame is giving us this is a 9 to the upside, but this is actually a imperfect 9, so we just need to take it for what it is. But we can still see here money flows moving out to the side. We're starting to maybe move back to the upside, possibly a green dot ready to occur on our 3 day as well. So we'll just have to consider that moving forward. A very indecisive point for Bitcoin as of right now. It really can just not make up its mind on what it wants to do. So a lot of wicking out action happening here, and we'll have to see exactly how this wants to play out. I think we'll consolidate out for a little bit longer. Maybe by the end of this week, we'll still be in consolidation, and then we can possibly take a clear direction based on how this week ends up playing out. We can also see here on our 4 day, still holding support above our 13 EMA. It does look like we wanted to kind of just range there for right now. Our next candle could be a movement to the downside. We'll just have to wait to see. We're starting to see these red Heikin-Ashi patterns play out, but our candle body closes are giving us a little bit of a doji right now to maybe send us back up in the other direction. So let's go into our 5 hour time frame. 5 hour time frame giving us an aggressive 13 to the downside. And as we start to get into these higher time frames, into the weekly time frame, they're definitely telling us that the momentum for Bitcoin has just kind of been dying out here lately. The rallies have been getting a little bit less push to the upside, and we are just starting to kind of see what Bitcoin might have to offer here in the near term future. So I did want to move this maybe here. I want to try moving this here, see if we can possibly. So here's 3 touches right here. I would say that that's pretty much 3 touches. So we'll have to wait to see exactly how this wants to play out, and maybe we'll end up ranging sideways in this symmetrical triangle, and then we can decide a clear direction on here. But as far as I can tell, no sign of any green dots just yet on our 5 day or our 4 day just yet, but we can still see that our money flow is kind of rounding off to the bottom here on some of these higher time frames. So take it for what it is. it does look like Bitcoin is ready to make a move here pretty soon, but it's just being a little bit indecisive as of right now. So let's go on into our 6-day time frame. And before we finish that off, I do want to let y'all know that if y'all are interested in trading with bots, y'all can check out 3 Commas. It's basically a platform that I use to get in and out of the markets relatively quickly. So if y'all are interested in that, feel free to check it out. And then also you can go pick up a Ledger Nano X or S if you're interested in storing your own crypto in your own hands and being your own bank. Remember, not your keys, not your coins, and it's never safe to leave your crypto onto the exchange, only with what you're willing to risk and gamble with, right? And then a few leverage trading platforms that I would recommend are Bybit, Prime XBT, and Fimex. If y'all are interested in those, feel free to check the links in the description box. Bybit actually has a test net where you can paper trade BTC on there and practice before you deposit your real BTC onto the exchange. And then I use Brave browser pretty much every single day. It's a nice way to earn some passive income. And basically at the beginning of every month, I'll get paid out in BAT token for clicking ads in the bottom right-hand corner. So I think the payout will probably happen by this week. And I can show y'all what the payout's been for the Brave browser. But if y'all are interested in earning some passive income inside of the crypto space, make sure that y'all check out the Brave browser. And then also the CryptoTab browser is an easy way to start mining Bitcoin straight from your laptop. So I have it running on 2 other laptops that I don't really use anymore, but they're basically just mining machines for me now that are mining Bitcoin in the background for me. So feel free to check out CryptoTab browser. You can set that up. It's really easy and start earning some passive income. And then don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter if those will ever load. But we'll finish off on the charts here really quick. Patreon page is available, so if y'all want to join the Patreon page for 35% off, make sure that y'all check out that link in the description box, first link for the Patreon page, and to be part of the trading group. So looking at our 6-day time frame, we did get our confirmed sell signal here on our 6th day. And one thing that I was kind of curious about, which I'll still consider, is probably not being able to push back up above 9,400. But let's say we have a fake out or something like that, which is a possibility. We just need to be very wary of it. I did want to go back and retest maybe some of these sell signals that we were getting on our 6th day. But even going into our weekly time frame gave us a nice little wick. But I'm thinking 9,400 is probably going to be really hard for us to get back up above. But we can definitely consider it and then maybe make a move, up to the top side as a fake out, or we'll have to see exactly how this wants to play out. But let's go into our weekly time frame here, and we can confirm that our weekly time frame did give us a sell signal as well. We'll have a while for this to play out for us moving forward. I was thinking 9,300 was going to be really big resistance, but it does look like we kind of moved back up above 9,300, and so we're just going to have to wait to see how these charts want to play out for us too. But we can still see money flows kind of moving down here. Red dots still pushing us to the downside there as well too. Going on into our 2-week time frame, no sign of a sell signal just yet. I did want to see if our 2-day was giving us nope, doesn't look like we've had a sell signal there yet on our 2-day either. So this is just something to take note of. We are starting to see somewhat of a Heikin-Ashi extended bull count kind of play out here still a little bit. But let's say we start to get that bearish count, then I would definitely start to consider a possible move to the downside. It does look like we might be getting a 2-week red dot relatively soon, which will probably be a bearish sign for us moving forward. And then maybe have a move to the downside there. But money flow on our 2-week is still moving up, so very interesting pattern there for the most part. And then to finish off with our monthly is still looking relatively bullish. It's still moving to the upside here. So, we just have to consider what might happen. I mean, this monthly candle wick all the way down to the 3,800 area. I mean, no one was really calling for that. I was calling for a sell-off, but maybe not to that extent. So, this next month could be a bullish month for us, and we'll just have to wait to see exactly how it wants to play out. We're seeing really big, major overhead resistance for us on this trend line, and if we get rejected again at maybe that 10K area, well, then we could see another big sell-off possibly. So we'll just have to wait to see how that wants to play out. But I want to thank everyone for coming back to the channel. If y'all stuck around for the end of this video, comment down below monthly chart and I appreciate that. It lets me know that y'all are paying attention and that y'all are enjoying the content as well too. And yeah, comment down below 3K subs, so that way people know we're on our way to 3,000 subs and we're doing the giveaway. And I'll see y'all on the next one. And with that being said, peace out. CTO signing out.